Pro-Israel donors gave thousands to South Bronx and East Harlem candidates. As the New York primary elections grow closer, we should probably look at some of the more local races beyond the mayoral. I came across this article written in the Mott Haven Herald. This article talks about a new player in the field called Solidarity PAC that was formed in 2023, with many of its donors coming from Manhattan and Westchester. Solidarity PAC does not hide its intention, as it's looking for candidates who share a deep-rooted American values and pro-Israel beliefs. Now that should give us pause right there. Why does a pro-Israel PAC want to influence local elections that have no sway towards foreign policy? So I looked into another candidate running in the same city council district, Will Lopez.
Will!
Who's Will? Will Lopez is one of us.
The video goes on to give us an extensive history about Will, being Puerto Rican and a native of East Harlem. The video glosses over the fact that Will Lopez is being propped up by Wall Street money. A group calling itself End the Homelessness and Building a Better NYC is a front to funnel in hundreds of thousands of dollars to this one race. Will Lopez has been propped up by almost $150,000 solely from one person, Michael Jenkins, a founder of the Wall Street trading firm Jane Street. So, naturally, I just type Will Lopez into Google and find his LinkedIn page, and I see this: JCRC Bridges Fellow 2023. What is the JCRC? So I Google JCRC, and after some digging I find this: JCRC NY works to ensure broad-based support among New Yorkers for Israel as a national home for the Jewish people and as a democratic state. We work to foster understanding and appreciation for the Jewish community's relationship with Israel, and to increase knowledge, exposure, and support for Israel among diverse groups of New Yorkers. Also, note the picture of Richie Torres from 2018. We'll come back to him and how he fits into this, but let's continue. So then I look up JCRC Bridges. Their website says, why the Bridges New York Fellowship? The Bridges New York Fellowship connects, develops, and empowers the next generation of civil leaders in New York City. This one-year fellowship is for government, public policy, or advocacy professionals who aspire to run for public office. Okay, pretty standard cookie-cutter stuff, except if you keep reading, in addition to these monthly events, this fully funded fellowship includes a 2-night orientation retreat and a 5-day trip to Israel and the Palestinian territories. So they're looking for candidates or elected officials for the purpose of grooming them to better foster relations between Israel and the United States. But it gets weirder, because after this, they're supposed to go to Puerto Rico? They're supposed to attend something called a Somos conference. After some digging, I find that it's a place where nonprofits, private companies, and politicians all come together to discuss policy. That alone is outrageous. But more importantly, this is all happening under our noses with candidates that are being propped up right now. So, is this even legal? Thomas Massie recently exposed some of the Israeli lobby taking local politicians like state senators on 8-day trips to Israel. And it makes you realize that Richie Torres, someone who came from poverty in the Bronx, who is seen as this wunderkind to the neoliberals, became brainwashed by the Israeli lobby not when he was in the Congress through AIPAC, but when he was in the city council, because he was part of the JCRC program as well. The Israeli lobby buys candidates for office before they're even in office, when they're considering a run for local elections like city councils. I meet a lot of you out in the street, and you all tell me the same thing. Wow, Jose, it's too corrupt. It's too vast, it's too wide, it's above my head. But I don't agree with you. I think we can fight this thing. I think you, like me, have the same ability to understand the powers that corrupt us and realize that they're mostly powered and fueled by illusion. Their power is only perceived power. They draw the power from you believing they are too powerful to take on. The moment you realize that you are capable of taking them down is when they tilt over and all their power is gone. So join me in that fight. Declare your independence with me from these lobbies, from these corporate entities, and these foreign interests that are trying to manipulate you into not giving you a real choice. Choose yourself. choose your mind, and declare your independence.